Welcome back, everybody, to another episode of Command Center, where we like to put our favorite commander, maybe even yours, front and center. And you know we can't do it unless we play those three ultimate letters, EDH. What does it stand for today, Hado Cam?
It stands for Entertaining Dimensional Hypothesis. That's right. We just got over the Spolderman set. I don't know what I can say out here without getting sued. So I'm going to say he be slinging the sticky stuff out his hand. Wait, I can't say it that way, but I'm going to say it anyway. Welcome, everybody, because we talking about universes here and the ones that are beyond. Up next, before we go down this magical road, what are we talking about, Derek?
That's a good question. We're talking about all the new Universes Beyond projects that got announced. We got Teletubbies coming. We got Power Rangers. We got Inspector Gadget.
I saw Voltron.
There's Voltron.
But stop the presses. I saw the Chef Special. It's called the Chef Kiss set. We're going to have Gordon Ramsay as a commander card. We're going to have Emerald Lagasse as a commander card. We're going to have Top Chef and
Hold up. They better have Boyardee.
Boyardee is going to be a partner commander with Little Debbie. It's gonna be triple partners with Little Debbie and Uncle Ben. It's gonna be called Shake and Bake. I'll tell you right now, it's coming for you.
Is it gonna loop back around to Spider-Man with the Uncle Ben? My goodness.
We can't joke about anything at this point because everything's realistic. Like there's no we got Dwight from The Office and Furby. And those are both more realistic or more ridiculous than anything I just said. So we can't joke too hard because they can hear us. They are listening. They're listening.
I'm gonna be 1,000% honest. When I was sitting there watching that and the Dwight thing came, I was like, "This is a hilarious sketch." And then they showed the cars, and I was like, "Oh no, my testicles just dropped." I was like, if we just doing anything, let's just do anything.
I feel like if you submitted that to an altarist, they would laugh at you. Like if you submitted a thing to a person who does card altars and you're like, I want Dwight from The Office, they'd probably email you back and be like, are you sure you want to do this? There's so many other things you can put on this card.
It is honestly, it's kind of weird because I know that the Office transcends like, politics and all that stuff, but didn't that guy come out to be like the guy who plays Dwight come out to be like a not so great guy?
Not that I'm aware of. This is breaking news. If it is, we might be getting somebody else mixed up. Sorry, Dwight, if we are wrong, and if we aren't wrong, fuck you. I don't know which one it is.
Either I'm happy for you or I'm sorry for your loss. Anyway, today, since we're talking about Universes Beyond, they just had some Ninja Turtle announcements down at over at New York City Comic-Con, and so I kind of want to talk about a little bit of these Ninja Turtles because I'm contractually obligated to because I was a Ninja Turtle growing up. Part of the brand. Sorry.
Yes.
Like Derek said, we had. Well, I don't know if this was on camera before or on camera, but we had the Ninja Turtle toys, we had the VHSs, we had all the gear, we had the Halloween costumes. We were in there, baby, like all Ninja Turtled up. And
a lot of people don't know what VHS is. VHS is media you watch when you were poor.
I was fancy. I don't know about y'all. We had the little minivan with the VHS player in it, and that Ninja Turtles VHS only got swapped out for the SpongeBob episode of I Ripped My Pants. That's the only time that thing came out of there. It went back and forth. It was those two.
So that's just poor with style. That's like people who call Target. So I will say this. I think Ninja Turtles, it will be a great set that comes. Put the gun down. I'm saying what you want me to say. Shit.
Hey, no threats needed. All is good in Ba Sing Se. That's an Avatar reference, which we're also getting. But Ninja Turtles. Ninja Turtles, I think will be cool. We were talking about Ninja Turtles before Avatar, even though that comes out next. We got to stay on topic. All right. I think what we've seen so far for Ninja Turtles, the nostalgia is definitely hitting. A little bit hard, a little bit better than it did with the Spider-Man. I got if I had to do a comparison, but just speaking as a Ninja Turtle fan and also a Spider-Man fan, I'm loving a lot of nostalgia that I'm getting and the treatment that they're showing these Ninja Turtle cards so far. We'll throw some up on the screen as we talk about them. We don't have to talk about anything specific as far as like mechanics or anything, but at least the art and it gives us a flavor what they're going for with this whole rollout. What you guys think?
Okay.
Yeah, Ken, I'll let you take it first.
A couple of things that we need in this set that we're going to have to need. One, you're going to have to give a shout out to the last Ronin. That has to happen. You have to have a card that does the Secret of the Ooze, and if you want to, you have to throw a Mutate shout out back to the calling to the old set of Ikori. You got to throw a Mutate in here.
I need a Vanilla Ice card.
Yes,
I need a
yes,
Go Ninja,
yes.
Go Ninja, Go card.
Yes, you're bringing back memories from my child,
Yes.
and oh my gosh, why did? Yes, I need that
You're gonna
music
need the
video right
Don.
now.
You're gonna need the Don Bot 2. You're gonna need the Trash Compactor. You're gonna need
Well, there's already a Super Shredder card. Yeah, we'll talk about that at a later date. But yeah, Super Shredders already have some representation.
Do one of these
You
dudes
have to
put
put-
bananas on their pizza?
I'm sorry, what?
The planes.
Yeah, that's a Michelangelo thing.
He puts bananas on pizza.
Michelangelo is weird.
Okay, I don't remember that one. Like everything else, I'm like getting it's like flashbacks, memories. Then I saw that, and it was like a slap in the face to everything.
I just gotta say the old '90s, 80s, and '90s animation for Ninja Turtles. That pizza made me a pizza lover. Like you don't understand. Like I didn't used to see pizza as good as it looked on Ninja Turtles.
You want to tell you what it was? It was the cheese. It was the melting of the cheese because the cheese was like. Well, it just looked like as soon as you picked up the slice, like it was just a cheese bomb that slid all over. Like the pizza was dying in your hand, and you was like, "Oh no, you got to save it! You got to save it!" Derek don't know about these problems.
You know what it reminds me of? It reminds me of the cheese from the Goofy movie. That was the only other time I've ever seen cheese look so like.
Oh, the cheese
Yes.
whiz, the cheese whiz.
Yes, I could eat cheese back then.
The Lady Tower cheese.
yes. I used to mess up a whole thing of Cheese Whiz as a kid because of that
That's
movie.
probably what
crazy.
messed.
That's
That's what
why
probably
you're a
messed your
supervillain
stomach
now.
up.
Probably.
Exactly.
That's probably the genesis
That's
of all
that's
my
where it all
issues.
happened.
Yeah, you decided to put Cheese Whiz in a microwave and put it with Cool Whip, and now you can't figure out why you can't eat it now. It's your fault.
I drank it like it was just water. I was just the entire can. That was wonderful. Yeah, it explains a lot
But,
about me. Sorry,
yeah.
yes, pizza. I mean Ninja Turtles.
And
Yes.
and Shredder has to be a flip card. He has to be a Rokosaki on one side, and then flips over.
Not necessary. Not necessary. Not necessary.
His daughter has to be in
Too
there.
much. The daughter, the adopted daughter.
No. Yeah.
His daughter Shreddera.
I see I see some of the animation. I'm trying to figure out where they're pulling some of these eras from. We can definitely see where they're pulling from some of these eras, like specifically if we look at cards like Turtles Forever. It has like 4 different generations of the Turtles all on one card, and I'm trying to figure out where some of these art styles are from. Of course, the Raphael with the red bandana, it's like second to the left or whatever. He's from the 80s, 90s animation, the 90s animation. Where are some of these other characters from?
Donatello is
Animations from.
Donatello is clearly from the movies. I can't quite pinpoint Leonardo. He looks like he might be from the one that came out like 4 or 5 years ago from that reincarnation of the Turtles. I'm not exactly sure because he's not all square like he's not all square like the movies. So that one
And
definitely
look how big he is too.
but he also looked ultra realistic. And that Michelangelo, the only reason why I'm putting out Last Ronin is because one, he's out of color. 2, all the turtles are focused on him, so it looks like an homage to like he's giving a shout out to his brothers who are no longer there. So he's like he's black and white. He's surreal. He's still dealing with the stuff that's going on in the real world. So it's like what he's still there without his brothers.
I definitely feel that. If you want to see that within from the Last Ronin, I was trying to figure out maybe if it's from like a manga or some type of old comic or something like that. But I mean, yeah, Last Ronin is the current recent iteration of the comic. So Yeah, this is kind of is a little honestly it's a little jarring for me to look at with those different art styles all into one card, with like one or two being a little bit more hyper realistic than the rest of them, and it just kind of messes with the eye, and it's also on a white, what almost looks like a white border card. It just looks weird to me.
Yeah, I am a fan of the art style. Like, I don't have as much. Again, I watched it as just a child, so I don't have like any other knowledge outside of what I watched as a kid. So I don't know about all the eras and stuff. But that's a cool concept. Like, I like the idea of, like, we talked about that a lot with Spider-Man, where we felt like sometimes we didn't know what era they were trying to talk about. Like, we couldn't pinpoint it. Like, they had the comic art cards, but everything else was kind of just like, here's generic Spider-Man. Do we know what issue it's from? Do we know what series it's from? No, it's just him. Like, this one feels like it's like giving specific shout outs, which I appreciate, because it's like, oh no, like, these are like, you can connect to each one of these separately. Like, it's giving a more definitive like call out to an era of them, and not just like generic turtle on a card kind of.
It's the 2003 turtle. That's exactly what it is. It's the Leonardo from that.
Which, okay, gotcha.
That's the one it's referencing.
Yeah. So, yeah, I think that we definitely can look at some other cards too. We'll see some different art styles of other characters and see what eras those are coming from, or inspiration those are coming from. Like, I do see like the Michael Bay turtle on like cards like Raphael's Technique, which also has a new mechanic on there. But again, we don't necessarily have to jump into that.
Hold up. It's one thing I got to jump into. Give me 2 seconds because I got to piss on this one real quick. Leonardo Sewer Samurai. That is clearly from Turtles in Time. One of the worst turtle movies ever created in life. Oh my God. You talk about a movie where I was so young and I saw it. I was like, this is what shame and regret feels like. I didn't even know those concepts, but I knew this is what it was. Hot garbage. They tried their best. I was like, ooh. I know I'm potty trained now, but I need to pee on myself to get away from this movie.
So you saw that art and instantly went back to a terrible time in your childhood.
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
I do think that's the thing that sticks out to me though about the small amount of spoilers we got versus my reaction to Spider-Man is like, these all do have very specific callbacks, it feels like, to whether specific movies or like time periods. Like, even the alternate art, like, I guess similar to the comic arts that they have like the black and white kind of like sketch art with the artist signature. Like, I am not, look, my hype level for the set is about a 1. When they announced it, I was like, look, I love this as a kid. I don't need it in Magic. It's not something that I'm excited about, but I do, from just the first 10 things they've shown or whatever, I appreciate more of how they're doing this, I think, than what we just got out of Spider-Man. Like, it does feel like they're doing it in a way that is at least like, okay, cool. Like, it might not be for me, but I get more what their vision is, as opposed to what we were seeing before. Because I do like some of the art styles look cool as hell.
Do you think that we're just getting a little bit more room to breathe? Because like Spider-Man just kind of came at us in between. I mean, not to say this isn't coming in between sets, but Spider-Man definitely came in between.
We got punched in the face with it. We were literally, we just looked into the stars. We were sitting there looking into the night sky, and as we looked to a star, you know when like a raindrop hits you in the eye? That raindrop was Spider-Man just peeing in our face. That's what that was. So yes, I think maybe it is.
It couldn't just be webbing.
No, he was pissing in our face. That's webbing is too considerate. No, so like,
and then to make it deliberate, it came out from behind him too. It didn't come out the wrist either.
No, you're 100%. It could just be, look at what a concept. If there's not a set every 2.5 weeks, maybe we enjoy even the less exciting ones more. Maybe that's what it is. But it does seem cool. Like, again, this is going to be one of those sets that, like, there's going to be a couple nostalgia cards that hit really hard because I loved it so much as a kid. But, I mean, I haven't thought about Ninja Turtles in at least 20 years. So, like...
Really? You didn't see the most recent one?
I didn't see... No. Like, I literally have not watched Ninja Turtles since... When you said the Vanilla Ice thing, that has not been a thought in my head, or that song has not gone into my ears in, like, 20 years, and so much of it hit... And, like, I just think of, like, which one of them has, like, the generic theme song, unless they reuse it of just, like, the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. I don't know if that's in every one or if that's just, like, in the 90s one. That's all I think of. I literally don't know anything beyond that. So, it's cool seeing it, though. Like, it definitely hits nostalgia hard. I don't know how much I'm going to be like, oh, I want to play Magic with it. But, like, it is cool for like little kicks of, oh, I used to love that, or like even seeing Shredder and all that it's interesting. I hope it's done well, because it's like, I don't know. I think one of our friends pointed out that like Magic already has mutants, ninjas, turtles, and technically I guess teenagers after Duskmorn. So like we already have all the aspects in universe of what makes Ninja Turtles. And so like if Ninja Turtles didn't exist as a movie property and we went to some like random plane of like, I mean, shit, it's like basically what it's Bloomborough with ninjas. I guess the New York City kind of messes that up. But like the main characters, it's like gritty Bloomborough with weapons. Mm-hmm. So I don't know. It feels like it can be done in a way that doesn't feel like painful on the face, but I think it's more remains to be seen.
Yeah, definitely. Ninja Turtles was not a stretch at all to be included in Magic as far as what Universes Beyond has been doing. It's it didn't feel like a stretch more so than what we've been getting. Like to me, like Walking Dead was jarring enough for me. Like that was like the first one, and I was just like, okay, that's we're doing this. Okay. Sure.
How many times do you think we're going to go to New York City a year now? Because that's the thing. It's like this is 2 times in like 6 months that New York City is the plane for a Magic set. Is it the new Ravnica? People are saying.
Well, does Walking Dead also take place in New York?
No, it's in Atlanta.
It's in Atlanta, but but Rick does go to New York for a hot second.
Okay. I was trying to see how many New Yorks we can get in the Magic.
As many as.
But to be fair, there's the New York that smells like pee, and then there's the other New York that smells like a little less pee, and then there's the other one that just smells like all the pee, and then there's upstate New York. So you know, plenty of territory to play with.
There is a part of New York that has trees, right?
Yeah, that's upstate New York. That's the one that people pee on. The trees.
So I guess we won't go too much more into detail with Ninja Turtles, but it is a kind of like a little early thoughts on that. But like when y'all were in Atlanta, there was a lot more. This was hinted at. Like this wasn't even the announcement. There was a whole bunch of stuff announced for next year. This was kind of like the little hint that just got talked about at New York City Comic Con this week. Even though it got leaked like a day before because there was a pizza truck driving around with Magic Ninja Turtles on it, which was a very funny way for it to get spoiled.
Worst kept secret in history. Worst kept secret.
No secret of the ooze, no ninja technique to keep the whole ninja theme hidden at all.
No,
we're just out in the open,
driving around with the pizza truck,
not being secretive at all.
Either that was the plan or someone got fired. Now, so there's a whole bunch of stuff though, like because we're kind of laughing, making jokes about this Universes Beyond stuff, and I think it's kind of the topic on everyone's brain because next year, Ninja Turtles included, 4 out of the 7 sets are Universes Beyond. We got
Jesus Christ,
Ninja Turtles, we got Marvel superheroes, we got The Hobbit, and we have Star Trek, as opposed to the in-universe 7 sets with 3 more. The in-universe where we have. We have Reality Fracture.
We have Lorwyn.
Lorwyn, yes, Lorwyn. Let's go. Reality Fracture,
Lorwyn.
And then Return to Strixhaven. So it's those.
What the hell is Lorwyn?
Okay.
You take that back.
So Lorwyn is the fairy tale set, the original fairy tale set, like the Kithkin and the fairies.
Lorwyn, Shadowmoor.
They have the Morning Tide. They're the good versions, and then the Shadowmoor. They turn into their evil counterparts.
No. So Lauren is like the Mother Goose one we got with the ginger brute and all that type of stuff. That's what Lorwyn is.
No, you're thinking about
Eldraine,
where the twins are from.
Yeah, same thing. Keenan and Kel.
Keenan and Kel. Now that's a set. Who loves orange soda? I love orange soda. I do. Yes, I would buy it.
We need the good burger set. We need the good burger set.
Okay, so we got Nickelodeon's here. So we got half of this is Universes Beyond.
Ooh.
What?
Wait. I got one. Maskwood Nexus. No. Kindred Discovery. Which was the one that all creatures?
Maskwood Nexus.
Is a Maskwood Nexus. Cool. Rewrite it to I'm a dude. He's a dude. She's a dude. We're all dudes. It has to be erotic.
Or gender non-conforming individuals. But what I was getting at the end of the day, I think that I think that with the I kind of want to start from the end because you said reality fracture is one of them, right?
Reality fracture. I think that's what it's called.
Yeah,
Is the last.
I think that's going to be our universe reset, universes within reset or whatever. If you care about the lore, I think they're gonna reset the universe somehow because I think you can't. For me, I feel like you can judge Magic's decisions by what they decide to put into the lore and how they decide to take the game. And so when they decided to get rid of planeswalkers or reduce planeswalkers, I think that was a direct reaction to how the player base felt about planeswalkers. And so instead of getting, plane hopping, we now have omen paths to jump through to get to different planes instead of people using their sparks all the time. So I just felt like, I don't know. I feel like this whole quick reset might be another reaction, or could have been a plan all along. I don't know. But I feel like it's time because I need some changes with the Magic lore and also the impact within the universe.
It just feels like Magic story and lore is put so far like second priority. Like if you think about like hype on sets and stuff, the in universe's sets get so little time to breathe. Like we had Tarkir for a little bit, but then like it was like, I mean, we talked about Edge of Eternities before, how it felt like it was out for a week before Spider-Man was being spoiled. So it's like so little time is given to the in-universe sets to breathe or develop or enjoy that story and lore that it almost feels like they're little like snippets that we get mixed in throughout the year. Like if you think about especially how tightly packed Lorwyn's going to be to the next Universes Beyond set, or Strixhaven's going to be the Universes Beyond set after that, or Reality Fracture to the Universes Beyond set right after that. I think Reality Fracture goes into Star Trek with like a month in between, like barely any time, something crazy like that. So it's like, I feel like they almost need a story reset because it's gotten to the point where people just don't care anymore because so little focus is given to the in-universe stuff, and it feels like so little care is given to in-universe stuff versus what Universes Beyond gets. It's like, okay, well, sure, there's characters somewhere. There's Loot. He's a thing. Valgavoth was a demon. I don't know what he's doing. We drove around with Vin Diesel for a set. Like, to me, the in-universe sets have been so hit or miss that, like, despite they're getting reduced, and then even of those, like, I don't count Aether Drift as an in-universe set in my mind.
I was about to say, to be fair, the main sets have fallen off harder than the in-universe set. So can we really blame them? Like the one with the Cowboys and the one with the road and the drive. Like, okay, do me a favor.
Yeah, we're talking about the same thing.
Yeah.
Huh?
The only reason I'm using the word in-universe is because for some reason, our most recent space set was outside of the universe.
Yeah, it was technically an in-universe Magic set taking place outside of the multiverse so I guess it gets confusing.
It was it was the edge of the multiverse or something like that. It was like that.
Yeah. But
I can't explain.
I think that's the most frustrating thing I know for someone like me who like does like I enjoy Magic themed things. Like I don't even hate Universes Beyond like that, but it is frustrating to be like, okay, there's gonna be 4 Universes Beyond things next year, and they don't mess around. Like they give full effort to these Universes Beyond things. Like those design teams make sure that like they give the amount of detail that someone who's a super fan is going to love it. Like they don't half-ass any of it. So
yeah, because you definitely want to keep those partnerships strong with these companies you're working with. They probably also have a big hand in the direction of some of these cards, and you want to make sure that those relationships last, where you can do more Universes Beyond or make more partnerships with those companies. So yeah, definitely we can see that those teams are definitely putting in attention to those. So sets.
I want to ask y'all one thing though, because this is something that like I think a lot about, and that like to me things that like are impactful in my memories that I remember that have become like, whether it's movies, TV shows, anything, things that like have an amount of like a hype build up to it, have teasers, have things like that build up to this release where you then get to enjoy it and then process it, to me hit so much harder than them like rushing something out. So I'll use an example of some movies. Like I love the Cloverfield movies. Like I really enjoy Cloverfield, like that whole universe. When the OG Cloverfield movie,
I like I'm not gonna deter from you. I like half of the concept of I like the concept of the idea of the Cloverfield universe.
Some of them have
To
been
be
a,
fair, my favorite part of Cloverfield is turning it off.
You know what? Let me keep talking. You shut your mouth when you're talking to me. Now, my favorite, I love the OG Cloverfield. One of my favorite things about it is they did this like multi-month campaign of like fake websites and all these things that you could like build, and there was all this lore built up to it that made me enjoy that movie 1,000 times more than I should have. And then also afterwards, they were still leaking little things of like, I think it was like Slusho.
Yeah, websites and more footage.
All of that. And they gave this movie a damn near year to like build up, process, and all of this stuff around it made it something that was one of my favorite movie experiences ever. And as a movie, I admit, not I want to say it's not great. Not the best. Like, it's very shaky cameras, found footage. Like, it's kind of like, at this point, it's played out. It was kind of newer for the time. But I compare that to 12 Cloverfield Lane, which as a movie was a much better movie, but was just randomly dropped onto Netflix. Like, that's the one with, I think, John Goodman, where it's like this like psychological thriller.
This is the one that. Are you sure that this isn't the one? The one that was dropped onto Netflix was the one that came on after the Super Bowl.
So that one also was, I think, 10 Cloverfield or 12. I can't remember which number. One of the Cloverfield Lanes was done similarly in a way where it was kind of like, I forgot if it was theaters but it was like dropped out of nowhere. It didn't have like the hype build up to it. It was kind of just like, here's Cloverfield. You don't really know much.
Yeah, the Paradox one.
Oh, that was
the Paradox one is the one that just dropped out of nowhere. It's my recollection.
But I guess both.
That one just came on after the Super Bowl, and people were like, "Wait, there's a Cloverfield movie on on Netflix."
And I could even use that one, either one of those as a comparison, because I feel like neither of them had the hype build up, and so watching them was enjoyable. But there was no like build up or processing from it. It was just there. So I experienced it. It was over, and I didn't think about it again after that. And like it was just there, cool, experienced it, bam, it's gone. And I think about like even for like more recent sets, I think of going back to like Brothers War, which is not that long ago. How much build up there was, how much like hype there was in like the months leading up to it. I remember a year out, the Brothers War was this massive thing. And it like felt like I got to build up to it, experience it, and then like process that set to be one of my favorite sets versus Edge of Eternities, I think is a really good set. But it was just, here's Edge of Eternities. You haven't even finished reading every card yet. Bam, here's the next Universes Beyond thing. I just hit my funny bone. And it was just like you don't get to appreciate any of the work that they're doing on the in-universe stuff. And so when you see 4 more Universes Beyond, like that's the frustration. Is like, I want to enjoy things. And it's like, obviously you could say, well then Derek, just ignore, you're a Commander player. You don't have to pay attention to anything. You don't know how to read anyway. Go do this. Like, I get that. It's true. But it's also like, I would love to be able to enjoy both in-universe and Universes Beyond for a period and like play with the cards and like learn the lore and have all this like peripheral stuff added to it and not just be, well, we did it. Here's your in-universe. All right, now let's get to this right now. Right now. You have no time to read that. We already have this out. It's like, I can't think of a set in the last 2 years that I've had a chance to process and just like enjoy to the amount it should be enjoyed. Like even Final Fantasy felt rushed. Final Fantasy was fucking great. And even Final Fantasy, it felt like we need to get out of this. Like, we're done.
You mentioned something I want to call back to. You said like it was, they leaked some things. It was like, yeah, they leaked because the movie was pretty much pure diarrhea because it was leaking nothing but bullshit. That's how these Cloverfield movies are. Sorry, Sid. Go ahead and finish.
I think what I was going to ask is for both of you guys. So with that frustration of Universes Beyond just kind of like, and people have said this time and time again, Universes Beyond is cannibalizing any universe magic, and to the point where it doesn't get a chance to breathe. That's what I consider cannibalizing. And so I feel like, what if, because we're kind of talking about how the lore is kind of taking a back end with the in the universe stuff. What if we're going to, I don't want to say be forced, if you're going to present Universes Beyond as an option to bring players in and whatnot, what if these Universes Beyond also came with stories and like tangential magic type stories, but created for this? Kind of like how like you'll have like Turtles crossover with Batman, and that's a comic. You have Turtles crossover with Naruto, and that's a comic special. Like what if it's an actual event and not just you guys like turtles, right? Does that would that kind of draw you in or make sense or show that they actually are actually caring about what they're giving us rather than just here more product?
I mean, I've talked too much, so I want to throw it to Ken. But my short answer is a yes. Like I 100% think it would allow, like, one, give the sets time to breathe. We don't need 7 sets in a year ever. Entirely too many. Let the sets breathe. Add some narrative in there. I think that would be so much more enjoyable.
Well, one, that's never going to happen because they like money. And number two, I'm just trying to figure out, because I'm just waiting for this. All right, picture this. We have the Magic the Gathering movie that's coming, or the series, or whatever the hell it is on Netflix.
Allegedly.
Allegedly.
I'm still saying allegedly.
So it come. You phase in. You have the guild mates there. You have Jace, Elspeth, Ugin, and Dak Phaeton, and the guild pack is trying to get the diamond that lets them go to the plane. I do not know shit about Magic lore. Shit. I'm sorry. I'm making this up as I go. And then they call Nissa, who opens a path to Mordor or wherever the fuck she's from, and then the Eldrazi attack, and as they're about to hit the ground, SpongeBob goes jellyfishing with his jellyfish net, and Spider-Man swings in and is like, no, that's my all-spark. You can't become a planeswalker without it. Am I along the lines in any way, shape, or form?
I think it was perfect. I don't think that's flawless. How did you summarize 30 years of Magic?
Wait, do Planeswalker have all sparks?
Yes, technically, yes. So what I was going for more so was just like a short little comic series, maybe, of just like, hey, if we're gonna cross over with Ninja Turtles, then maybe Ninja Turtles should learn like about mana or.
Sorry, the best way to do this, if I was running the company and I had infinite money, I'd P-test a lot of people because their art style scare me. So that'll happen. It'd be mass wide drug testing, so most people will get fired. I'll force Gavin to buy a neutral color suit. That would be the second on the agenda.
Going too far. You take that back.
I make Mark Walsroder give me the 2 minutes he owed me from that last time I went to Comic-Con. I'm still thinking about that.
Ken, you almost choked it out. You're even. You are even.
So close.
You are even.
So close. So close. But anyway, but to be realistic, what I would do is I'd make this a full marketing campaign. I'd have a Magic the Gathering series on Netflix or any streaming service that would time itself when a release came out. But I would do this with the sets that were in universe. So you said you go into Lorwyn. There would be a Lorwyn series that introduced people to the characters and to the conflict that's going on, because they do the animated commercials. I just turn that into an extended 15-minute episode series and put it on Netflix that can tell you the story.
So we've already kind of talked about this in one of our earlier episodes, probably our first long form video episodes where we talked about anime and Magic and what they can learn from it, and we talked about just extending some of those shorts that they were making and creating into like actual stories or actual little short series. Like, just give us like 5 of them. Like, it'll bring people in. It'll bring more eyeballs. It'll let people understand what's about to happen, and it's like you said, a quick little marketing campaign.
Oh, I 1,000% agree. Especially like Ken, I don't know. Obviously, logistic wise, maybe that's impossible to pull off, but that sounds amazing. Like, especially if we're only getting 3 in-universe sets a year and they're that spread out. If you could have some sort of release, but again, the fear is like the key to all of this is you need to have longer than a month in between sets. You can't have. Because what's the point of launching? Because I feel like in their head now, it's like, what's the point of launching all of this like ad campaign and stuff if 3 weeks from now, no one's going to care about it anymore?
Well, this is why this is what you do, and this is how you build interest to it, because the extra dimensional sets or whatever the fuck you want to call them, they're going to be sprinkled in between the regular sets anyway. So what you do, and they already know the sets they're creating a couple years in advance anyway. Spoiler, that's how the sausage is made. But but anyway, is that how that's made? I don't know. I'm making shit up. Y'all want to say, see, and this is why you fat. Hold on. Let me give a PSA. Don't believe every asshole who has a mic on the internet, okay? Sometimes we make shit up, and I need you to understand this, all right? And some of y'all sitting there believe me too. Oh my God, Wizards really be doing this? They don't cut me a check. I just show up to the facility and put cardboard on the table and say I passed the goddamn turn. Anyway, I'm back now. Like
The
I was
less
saying.
you know.
So, Ken, I have a question for you, because this was my thought with the Spider-Man set that I thought would be cool. That wasn't part of it. They did the action figure crossover, so they have action figures that you can buy that also have like a Magic card with it. But my thought process is,
They do?
what if they had like a comic, like an actual new comic related to Magic for Spider-Man characters, and like that was part of the promo, and you can read a comic and have like maybe a promo card with the comic or something like that.
So this is where you have true partnerships and not a one-side dicking that Marvel gave to the Magic community. So this is, and you're right, that would make sense. Oh, and by the way, I love how they put that out there for the scalpers to buy all of the things so that they can resell them at higher prices. I think that's amazing. But yeah, that is a good thing where you create a comic book story in tangential with it. But that is a lot of hoops to jump in. That's why I was like, if this was a true partnership, there is a bunch of things they could have done to cross promote this, especially with the Spider-Man series. The list is infinite. If you give me 5 minutes and a pencil, I can scribble you out an entire hierarchy of how they could have done this 50 times better.
Here, can I give you one? And this just literally came to me because
it.
you said this was all one-sided, and how Marvel has their whole computer game going on or whatever. I don't play PC games. But anyway, Magic has a game, and Marvel and Spider-Man is all up in it. Is Magic in that Marvel game?
No, and they will never be. But
Yeah.
but that's not what I mean. So, for example,
No, I think that was exactly what you meant. Like, I mean, not exactly, but like that was one way that this could be an actual partnership. Why is there no Magic promotion in Marvel?
I would not do a Magic promotion in Marvel. I'll keep it separate. But what I would do is I would do
Is Magic too small for Marvel?
No. I leave it completely separate because then you don't want to mess with the Marvel fanboys. You leave them alone. You let them stay where they stay. I know. I've seen those waters that we don't want to swim in them. All right. You talk about
So you telling me the Marvel fanboys would not want to see a Liliana in their Marvel Rivals game?
Not unless they can think about having sex with her. That is the only way
That's
they will want
exactly
to
why I
see
picked
it.
Liliana.
They will literally say, "Oh no, her corset isn't tight enough that gets my patchouli marbles tight enough so I can
But
edge
Ken,
to her."
it gets the people talking. It gets the people going.
It gets them fapping. That is the only thing it does. It gets them fapping. These gooners will be gooning. That's the only thing
They're like, "Ooh, where can I see more of that goth lady in this game called Magic the Gathering?"
I have a follow-up question to that, because what it kind of sounds like is like Marvel has a certain level of like Marvelness it tries to maintain. It doesn't want to just pull in random characters, which again then gets me to the Magic part of it. Like, why are you? So one of the things I like to use as as an example is I love, because a lot of games have crossovers at this point. We all love Smash Bros. Smash Bros is great. For the most part, Smash Bros is like 90% Nintendo characters, and then they get the little bonus characters. Randomly, you get a Sephiroth, you get a what's dude's name? Solid Snake.
You get Bayonetta. You get Street Fighter.
You get some random stuff that's not necessarily directly Nintendo, but for the most part, it's 90% Nintendo. It feels like a Nintendo game with some cool features. In Magic, again, I look at least the Commander portion. The Standard portion, I'm sorry, y'all, if you play Standard, I don't know what to do. I can't save you. But for the Commander portion, it feels like it's a bit of a Smash Bros, mashup type deal. But imagine Smash Bros if it was like 60% random characters from other things, and like you got one Mario mixed in. It's like, oh, they got the new Smash Bros coming out. Why is it Chef Boyardee and why do we have Mr. Clean fighting in here and we only got one Mario character? Where's Yoshi? Like that's the comparison to me as like a Magic fan that it feels like. So when you're talking about like sharing and like the more of a partnership type deal, I think a lot of these other properties don't necessarily want Magic forced into their space, because it's kind of weird to have other stuff forced into your space. Like there's a certain level of like, this is awkward, that unless it's a one-time promotion, and that's the thing about these universes, Beyond is they're forever. Like these things are permanent. You're never going to unprint a card. So it's like, it's not like it's a promo, even for like Fortnite and stuff. They do like weekend promo, play as the Bachelor, woo, and you get the Bachelor skin and play for the weekend. Like, you can't undo the printed cards. So like Furby is forever. Dwight is forever. And I think that's the stuff that like even the other IPs that they're working with wouldn't necessarily want the same in return. You wouldn't want to have Liliana be a permanent character in the Spider-Man universe. Like, they don't want
Hold
that.
up. Tag me in. Let me go back
There we
on
go.
this because you don't know the horrors you're about to unleash right now. The Rule 34 is the thing, people. And
Oh,
that's
God.
the last thing I need is for people in the Marvel Universe to be over-sexualizing more people in Magic the Gathering. Can you imagine Elspeth is wearing a brace bikini suit? They gonna get nasty in here.
Just think about Garrick.
MTG will
Ken.
no longer stand for Magic the
Ken.
Gathering. It will be stand for more terrifying than Gooners.
Magic players. There's already Magic players that fantasize about the Magic characters.
Yes, and they stay in their basements where they belong, and they barely come up for air to bother us. They only come up one time to be like, well, they can't be dating each other. That's the only time they pop up. Outside of that, they got their body pillows, they got their crusty socks, and they leave us the hell alone. But we next time, you bringing in a wave of them. I'm talking about the ones that got, Aunt May twerking. I'm talking about them bastards. You calling them over here. We don't need them over here.
All right, so Ken is strictly against the Marvel community learning more about Magic. I get that. That's just one example out of what hundreds of the universes beyonds we've had and will have.
Yeah.
This is the mindset of most Marvel people that'll flood over here. Well, most of them be cool, but then you got the staggering, the disgusting ones that be like, oh, what's that character? They look at Eldrazi's and they will find a way. Good Lord, Mother of Machines, Mom, that'll just be a MILF card now. Oh my God, this is getting gross now.
Ken, you're taking it that direction. All right, so let's go less of a let's take a skirt. Let's take a hard left turn here, and get back sort of on track with like I guess at this point, is there even a happy medium? Because like they're very clearly it's going to go further and further into the universes beyond direction until a breaking point. Like that's just what it feels like. Like it's as long as sets succeed to any degree, we're going to get less in universe, more universes beyond until it reaches a breaking point. Like that's very clearly the direction it's going. Do you think, because we're talking about a lot of the promotional aspects and stuff, obviously we're trying to bring in new players, this and that. What do you think the breaking point would be? Because I think that's the next big question is, as for anything, if it's going to go indefinitely in this direction until, what is that breaking point? Is there one? Does it just become a thing where everything's universes beyond and we have like one in universe set a year?
I think. Well, so yeah, if it's Vegas that far, where if it's literally like 90 to 100% universes beyond, I think that's an indicator in itself that something is wrong with the game.
Yeah.
We're at the point right now where there's more universes beyond than in universe Magic, and right now I feel like it's just concerning. So breaking point, of course, would be the in case scenario where it's just more universes beyond than in universe, but like considerably more. Right now it's just neck and neck. So that's why I say we're at the concerning point. So I think, like you said, definitely if these sets don't sell, because money is what speaks. If people stop buying, then yeah. But if it gets to a point where Universe Beyond is outweighing the in-universe stuff, that affects more than just our Commander format. So that would just be Magic cannibalizing itself.
And that's my thought process is like when people, because the most digestible way to get into Magic now is just to hop on Arena and play. And so Spider-Man was a bit of an outlier because there was through the Omen paths. But if you have a half of or more than half of standard for a year being out of universe, people's connection points are not going to be Magic anymore. It's going to be random things. So like when they think on like, you talk to a player that played Magic in the 90s or in the mid 2000s and you bring them back into it. They have all these nostalgic things about Magic that bring them back. Nowadays, it's like, oh yeah, I remember Final Fantasy. And they stop playing after that and they don't play for a while and they come back. It's like, where's the new Final Fantasy cards? I don't understand. Why is there nothing with Final? Like, why would I play this? Like, there's no.
And
yeah.
I might be jumping ahead, but my thought process was just like maybe Wizards or Hasbro or whatever just found, because the first thing that comes to my mind is the Dungeons and Dragons movie, and great movie, loved it. A lot of people wish a lot of more people saw it, so it got the numbers that it deserved, which would of course bring up a sequel and all this stuff, blah blah blah. I just felt like, is Wizards really are they really, what's the word I'm looking for? Are they really going to do more Magic media like the movies? Like, are they really committed to like the movies or the TV show or whatever they say they're going to do? Like, I feel like the indicators are saying no.
Yeah.
But they're trying to convince us that they are going to strengthen the Magic IP, and I don't know. I don't see it.
To me,
happening.
it feels like the Magic IP is like on. I almost said on like its last fumes. Like it's got life alert going on because it's about to fall and it can't get up. Like I can't think of a time I've been less excited.
AARP.
Yeah, like it feels like I can't think of a time I've been less excited. Because even now when we get the in-universe sets, it's like, well, okay, I get to enjoy it for a few weeks. None of the story's going to really matter because we're taking it just doesn't feel impactful anymore. So like I know like this past year, even with cool sets, I can't really think of anything memorable from in-universe Magic at all this year. Like, what do we get? We got 3 sets. We got the Fast and Furious. We got Tarkir
Dragons,
which was awesome, but like also was kind of rushed through. And then we got Space. Like,
Nah, y'all ready? Y'all ready? I
Yeah.
need y'all to hold on to y'all butts. First of all, I want y'all to understand that I got my letter from Hogwarts and from Xavier School for the Gifted because I prophesized the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle ones, right? I want y'all to know, go back to our old videos, I prophesized it. So let me tell you, I wish I had my beard because I would go all Old Testament on y'all. This is what's coming. You ready? All right, mark my words. 1, Power Rangers. It's coming. I want you guys to know this. 2, there's going to be another horror theme. We're going to get Michael Myers. We're going to get Freddy Krueger. We're going to get the patch. It's not going to be it's going to be the horror theme. We're going to get Pinhead. We're going to get all that. All right, ready?
I think we already got those as skins.
we did not yet. I would be on top of that's a weird way to phrase it, but I would be all over those. I would be no none of those yet.
Huh.
Y'all ready?
Interesting.
Y'all ready for this?
Yeah.
Dragon Ball Z. I don't you look at me that tone of voice. I know what I'm saying right now. There will be a DBZ set coming. Mark my words. And y'all ready for this too? I'm ready because I'm ready. I'm gonna slap you before y'all get a rebuttal. Star Wars is coming.
I was shocked that Star Trek was not Star Wars. I 100% thought it was going to be Star Wars. I knew it was going to be one of the
Star
two.
Wars was coming. I thought Star Wars was coming sooner.
Yeah, I really thought that was going to be the one of the two. It's just,
However, Star Trek is that Paramount? Is Star Trek under Paramount?
Might be.
Which is also Nickelodeon?
Do you know about some James Tiberius Kirk, huh? What do you know about some George Picard, huh?
literally nothing.
What you
Literally zero. So that's,
How do you not know these properties?
I don't watch things.
What do you know about Captain Janeway?
You could just
What
be
you know
making
about
up
some
names.
Janeway? By the way, that was the worst one. By the way, they didn't do shit.
It was
in that
it was
series.
on. It was on.
We didn't have other shit to watch. Trust me. I said I get it 1,000%. We didn't have other shit to watch, and they was just literally motherfuckers on a ship. You could have put them on a boat, and it was the same goddamn thing. They did nothing. That is a whole demon in your hand, by the way, a whole goddamn demon. But we're gonna talk about that later.
He's just a baby. Tell him, Barks.
By the way, if you haven't watched Lower Decks, if you haven't watched Discovery, if you haven't watched Brave New World, you are literally sleeping on yourself.
I don't know anything you're talking about right now. So
These are all Star Trek. Okay, properties.
yeah, I'm not aware of that. So Star Trek. So but that's with all of them. So I have one more question for us as a group because we're getting on time, but I am curious. We saw like everything was riding high with Universes Beyond up until Spider-Man. That was the first of oh, maybe this isn't an endless money pit for us to just print money from. And a lot of it was because I think they were very controlled and very methodical with the previous ones, where Warhammer, Doctor Who, all those things were like precons, or we do the Assassin's Creed that's like a mini set, or we do this one that's just this. It's just modern only.
I think Assassin's Creed wasn't Assassin's Creed changed for some reason, or was that always the plan?
I think it was always supposed to be a mini set.
That was always the plan. Yeah.
Yeah. So we have all these different like kind of like methods of injecting universes beyond, and it feels like for next year they've gone forget all that fully into the standard route, and we've seen the risk of that with some of the Spider-Man stuff where it's like, okay, it's not guaranteed to work, and like not to be critical of any of the properties next year. Like Hobbit, we've seen Lord of the Rings. The Hobbit's gonna be huge. The crossover between Lord of the Rings, Middle Earth fans, and Magic is like they're basically the same people. Like Magic was effectively created because Lord of the Rings exists. Like that is the OG fantasy thing. So that'll be fine. But like Ninja Turtles, Star Trek, and Marvel superheroes, to be honest, Spider-Man is more exciting than any of those three. If you would ask me like before Spider-Man released which is going to do better, I put Spider-Man like leagues ahead of those other three, and Spider-Man didn't do well. Do y'all think it's just going to be the year of just like throughout the year?
To be fair, because literally Lord of the Rings is D&D, which is exactly what Magic is. So of course they go hand in hand. The biggest problem with Spider-Man was one, like it had so many stripes against it. One, it wasn't supposed to be a full set. Two, the chase cars. There's not that many chase cars, so you're running the risk of you got to pay all this money for collector's boosters, and you're not getting jack and squad return. Three, it was so many strikes against it, and on top of that, because the marketing with McDonald's fell through, which was they couldn't sell the Happy Meal to go coincide with the Spider-Man release, which is why it also tanked too, because they were supposed to have a restaurant in tandem release like Wednesday did with the chicken nuggets for their spicy release meals. That also happened, and that is a goddamn lie, which is why you don't listen to a man on the internet without fact checking first, you sons of bitches. Although the miniature set release and the chase cars is real.
The chase card was the Soul Stone, which was
misplaced because they're like, oh shit, we need to have one of those stones. I don't know what to do. So it's like, and I'm not even trying to be like fully negative in the sense of like, I'm not going to come out here and say they're all going to fail. Like, no, like people play Magic. Spider-Man might have been a corner case. There might have been a lot of factors into it. But at the same time, there's going to be, I think, a point where people just get fed up with Universes Beyond and just like, I don't want to play anymore, or I don't want to play right now, or I'm taking a break type deal. Because like, I feel like we're in the top 1% of engagement, and the amount of Magic cards less that I buy now than I did 2 years ago is alarming. Like, I used to buy so much more Magic. I still play the same amount, but I just have almost no interest in like, there's a card that's interested. Cool, I'll buy this one single card, and that's basically it. Like, most of the cards that I have from the last couple of years are from free stuff at events. Like, that's the vast majority of the new cards I've acquired. Like, and so it's like, if I'm this invested in the game and that's my reaction to it over the course of a couple years, even if we get these new players, how are they going to feel? What is that in that bag?
Huh? Don't worry about it.
I don't know. These are definitely I was going to say, these are all definitely all pressing questions, including that one.
Yeah, that's the most important one. Forget everything else we've said. What the fuck is in the bag? What's in the bag?
What's in the bag? It's one of those.
But yeah, I think we've definitely given a lot of our thoughts on how Magic is going with Universes Beyond, and a little bit of snapshot of what the Turtles are looking like over in New York City Comic Con, which was honestly a great place to roll that out at. Now I'm thinking about it.
No, it wasn't. They should have literally done a pop-up shop, a pizza restaurant with the truck outside of it, selling pizza slices out of it with a guy dressed up like a rat. Or they could have just picked up one off the street because they the size of people anyway.
They should have just shoved promo cards into the pizza slices, like fucking just oil and cheese all over it. Like, there you go.
Stuffed crust pizza, not with cheese.
Stuff with Magic cards.
That? You have a line of nerds hanging out of a pizza building with a guy and the pizza dude's got 30 seconds. And you sitting there spinning the side.
Yeah, I thought it was cool.
But-
I even liked it being spoiled by the pizza truck. Honestly, if it were to get spoiled in any way, I think that's a very fitting way for it to get accidentally spoiled.
No, that's not how you spoil
Yeah.
it. You have a rat running with a pack of magic cards into a sewer. You're like, yep, that's it. That's it.
What if they just let a whole like thing of rats out on the Comic-Con floor, and they all had booster packs tied to their back, and they're like, "Run free, go get your packs," and it's just rats everywhere, and you take the packs off the rats.
You've never seen when they like demolish a building in New York and the streets sometimes be running with rats because they're scurrying away from it.
Oh, God, it's like a moving floor. Oh, ugh.
I would not
Speaking of
watch
which,
that.
sorry, one more tangent. I swear to God, I was in New York last time, and I swear to God that the rat was so big it had a social security number. Like at one point it tried to punk me for my wallet. Like I saw it walk and it stood up and it literally did. You know when we walk past other black people that you don't know and you do the nod, the rat did that, and I was like, I need to go home. I was like, I do not feel safe.
I thought it was
So
exaggerated.
you definitely went past Master Splinter.
No. This was like this one had a Glock on him. He's like, ain't no kung fu can stop a bullet. this
is the Master Splinter that didn't pick up a random restaurant menu with kung fu on it.
No. He picked up a bulletproof vest and a concealed carry permit. That's what he picked up.
Master Chopper, not Master Splinter. Just
Exactly.
Let that chopper sing.
The Nina, the Pitta, the Santa Maria.
Let me get it the Aki way.
Sure. Don't forget the Bev.
Okay.
Never. We have lost the goddamn plot. What are we?
I don't know what this video
All
is
right,
about.
y'all. So
It's
so those were our thoughts on Universes Beyond, Magic the Gathering, where we are right now, Ninja Turtles, all that sprinkled in. It's been a very eventful season, honestly, year. It's been a very long year of Magic because there's been a lot thrown at us so fast, so furiously. We still honestly have another set coming out before the end of this year.
You're right. I thought we were. Oh my gosh.
And we're partially afraid. This is fear you see on my face right now. You hear my voice right now.
This is Magic the Gathering Fury Road. Wait, what's the next set that's coming out?
Avatar: The Last Airbender.
Oh yeah, that's right. Okay, yeah.
Yeah, we still got to go to Ba Sing Se.
There is no war in Ba Sing Se.
So thank you for rocking with us. And also, we didn't do this at the beginning, but if you made it this far, you guys showed us so much love at MagicCon Atlanta. Definitely thank you for that. It's what keeps us going. It's what keeps us coming back to sit down in front of cameras and talking and yelling at each other about cardboard and proving each other right or wrong, mostly wrong or right sometimes. But yeah, thank you guys for all the love in MagicCon, and definitely keep checking us out. We're doing this for you guys.
And to anybody I bullied and made fun of and was complete terror to, I would like to take this time to apologize to absolutely nobody. You get what you get, all right? Next time I'm gonna put my foot in there and wiggle it around like I'm trying to shake it all about.